I learned that in pretty much no time at all. In today's video, I want to talk about your ability to learn things exceedingly fast by utilizing your subconscious mind as a kind of telltale sign that, perhaps you can do it already. You see, I picked up the guitar after dreaming that I could play the guitar. Makes no sense, right? I've never picked up a guitar before, I've never even had lessons, or so I thought. What happened was that I ended up picking up how to play the guitar just by watching people. I didn't even have to play the guitar. Now, this isn't because I'm special, because my brain works some kind of strange way. Everyone does this. You've heard of the saying before. You've heard of this being said before, that we absorb more information than we think, and it's true. We have the ability to notice specific pitches in specific orders, and we're able to identify patterns. And if you're able to see specific rhythmic movements, then you're able to identify how that pattern is actually syncing up with the movements of the fingers, with the movements of the hands when a person's playing drums, or the fingers moving on a keyboard. Just by watching someone, we can learn, but subconsciously. And so I had a dream. This is where it works, right? This is how everything works. It works out in your subconscious mind first, and then it works out here. And so I'm in there and I'm just playing the guitar, and I find myself playing it very easily. I become lucid because I can't play the guitar here technically, right? I've had no lessons. And yet I'm playing it as if it's nothing. Then I find myself inside the dream remembering memories of watching people on the street corner of London playing the electric guitars. I instantly make the connection inside of the dream, and I realized that, wait a second, I know how to play the guitar because I've seen other people play it. This is weird. And as I'm sat there in the lucid dream, I also realized the fact that I'm not getting in my own way. I'm not telling myself you can't play this. I'm not telling myself there's an audience in front of you and they're not going to like your music, which will then stop me from playing because, I get anxious. I'm not telling myself anything at all. And so playing the music became very easy for me within the dream. I then woke up straight away, and I've got about less than that, maybe 3 or 4 seconds to grab my phone and make a quick purchase before my mind makes me change my mind. I can't really see. I grab my phone, I go onto Amazon, and I buy myself a guitar. I rip open the box and I start playing it, but I find that my mind gets in the way. It's given me all of these reasons as to why I shouldn't be able to play it. I silenced that part of myself. I pushed it to one side and I said, okay, well, if you're right, then there's no reason to prevent me from trying, right? And it was looking in the other direction for a moment. So I started playing the guitar, and to my amazement, I was playing it exactly the same way as I was playing it within my dream state, within my subconscious mind. From that point onwards, I opened up my laptop and I started learning how to play it further. And now I can play it. It's not just the guitar that I did that with, I also did that with the violin. And on 2 occasions, I didn't act fast enough. On 2 occasions, I almost brought myself a piano. That will be the next purchase, I'm sure. But this is just how your mind works, guys. If you can dream it, you can do it. Because otherwise you wouldn't be dreaming of it in the first place. You learnt it somehow. This goes for singing, this goes for literally anything, public speaking, anything. From that point onwards, all you've got to do is act as fast as you can and try to deal with whatever blockage that you're burdening yourself with so that you can better conduct yourself in the way that you see yourself, your best self, within your imagination. That reminded me of something that I've been wanting to tell you guys for a while now. I was in Costa Rica and I found a way of bringing out my best self spontaneously, pretty much. I've talked about this on Instagram. I'm going to repeat myself because it's so cool. Basically, I often have this perception that my best self will come into being in about 2 years from now, right? Everyone does this. They sit there as they already are and they think to themselves, I'm not my best self right now. I am a certain way, and I need to get over there. Well, I was in that situation. I was standing underneath a waterfall, and with this specific waterfall, there was a big rock. It was huge, and the water had slipped down it so often that it created an indentation within the rocks. So you can slide down the waterfall, and this thing is pretty high, right? So I'm looking at this thing, and my logic tells me that if I slide down that I'm gonna die, because I know that when water hits water, it creates air, which means if you fall into that air pocket, you're gonna go down pretty far. And if it's shallow, you're gonna end up breaking your legs. A local tells me that it's safe, but still, I'm getting in my own way. And so I'm looking at this waterfall and I'm watching other people slide down it. And I think to myself, my best self would do this right now. That then had me play into a series of thoughts, a series of scenarios. I thought to myself, if I did nothing today, how long would it be until I decided to do something like that? Or in other words, when can I expect of myself to act like my best self? I estimated about 2 years. I didn't like that at all. Then my sneaky mind told me, hey Ryan, if you do it now, that means that technically you are your best self. I froze. It made so much sense. I ran with it before my mind could sabotage what I just figured out. I climbed up the rocks and I slid down the waterfall. So 2 years instantly suppressed down to a moment where I embodied my best self. And again, it goes into the fact that if your mind can see yourself doing it, then it means that your mind knows that you're capable of doing it, whether it be playing music, doing an extreme sport. Yeah, there's gonna be things that get in the way of your mind. But trust me, if your mind just looks the other direction for a moment, you'll find yourself doing what feels natural, which more often than not is coming from your subconscious mind because you already know how to do that one thing. I'm Ryan James Cropper, Ryan JC. I shortened it. I used the J for James and C for Cropper. This has been Your Potential. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this, and I'll speak to you all pretty soon. Good luck. Peace.